Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 doo. Subscribe. Okay, let's do a random ranking. Let's go to this movie collection behind me, pick out 3 movies at random, and then we'll rank those movies. And I say we because I'll rank them here in the video, and then if you'd like to rank them in the comments, feel free to do so, and then I'll jump in there and we can talk cinema a little bit. And the way you rank them is basically whatever criteria you come up with, because these movies usually have little to nothing in common, and just sort of whatever sprouts up based off of those films, what's most important to you is how to rank them. So let's go. I'm going to go somewhere up here. Oop, grabbed one that I have not opened yet. 2. And then maybe something down here, if I can reach it. All right. Oh, I'm still here. Still here. Okay. Now we have to make sure I've seen these movies, because if I haven't seen one of them, I need to replace it with one that I have seen. Okay. Here we have Don't Breathe. Let me make sure. What? I feel like I just did this one. Okay. Oh, actually, I do have to replace one. Let me do that real quick because I have not watched Grudge Match yet. Here, Grudge Match is when Rocky and Raging Bull fight each other. But yeah, I have not seen that, so let me just grab one from right here. Let's see if I've seen it. Yes, okay. So, Don't Breathe. I never saw the sequel to this, but I thought the whole movie was good. Cinematography was pretty wild, very good. And then there's this ending that you aren't really expecting, and it gets kind of gross and odd and weird and unexpected. But what I didn't like about it, and I'm going to spoil some things here about this movie, is that at the end, the bad guy lives. And it basically sets up a sequel. And I just don't like when a movie sets up a sequel with some sort of like, and they lived, or you know, you think they're dead, but then when you turn around, they're not there anymore. You know, that's just, I mean, I know we see that and stuff, but, and it's like a classic horror ending, but I just didn't like it for this. This movie felt so good, and I just felt like years from now, people would hold it in high regard until that ending. Then it just felt very basic and like it was setting up a sequel. And then I think when people saw the sequel, they didn't like it, right? So this movie should have just been a one-off, a single film, holding its own, and not ended the way it did and never a sequel made. I think that would have been great, and this could have been an all-timer. Next we have Starsky and Hutch. Didn't we just talk about this? Why? I have 2 copies of Starsky and Hutch? How did that happen? Why do I have 2? Because there's one right over here. How did I get this? The only thing I can think of, why do I have 2 of these? The only thing I can think of is my friend of mine gave me his copy when he was just unloading a bunch of his movies. Because I was like, I'm sure we just did this. And we did. I have it right here. It's right there from the last time we did this. So that is weird for me to only just find this out now. Okay, so yeah, Starsky and Hutch, really funny. This is just weird because I feel like I just talked about it, and I don't want to repeat myself too much, so I'm just going to go in robot mode and sort of repeat myself. My first car was a Gran Torino. My dad's first car was a Gran Torino, so my dad always talked about Starsky and Hutch when I was growing up, so you know, kind of had a fondness for the idea of the TV show. I didn't really catch it on reruns. I don't know if it was on any channels really when I was growing up, but my dad always talked about Starsky and Hutch. So it's like I was familiar with it through that, and then later I saw reruns of it. But like when I was very little, I don't remember watching reruns. So yeah, it was just kind of, I don't know, an older kid when I was watching the reruns, but not when I was like growing up, formative sort of thing. But yeah, I guess that's why I like this movie. It's funny. It's not incredibly spoof-like the Brady Bunch movie or the what's the other one? Yeah, Beverly Hillbillies movie. It's a comedy, but not like those. It's yeah. So good movie. Why do I have two of those? I don't know. Okay, then we have The Searchers, which is a classic Western done in that VistaVision Technicolor, which was, big deal, revolutionary. Um, One has to ask, was it a good idea? We have Stagecoach. We have other Westerns that are in black and white, and they sort of give a nice grittiness, where this is almost like garish in a way, showing the West. And I believe in correct locations too. Like when they're acting like they're in one location, but it's no filming there. So yeah, sometimes I go back and forth on what I think about the use of color on this. Would it have been better in black and white? Sometimes I'm watching it, I'm thinking yes. Certain areas, I should say, of the film. Other times, no. So I think it boils down to personal preference, but I don't even know if I would think about it if I didn't know that debate was out there. So when that debate's out there, I'm like, oh, how do I feel about that? So I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it. But anyway, the ranking of these, we got, let's see, how do I want to do this? This is weird. How do I do this? See, I really loved this movie until that very end. If that ending wasn't there, if that he's alive ending wasn't there, I would put this probably at number 1. But it really drops otherwise. Ebert and Roper give this 2 thumbs up, by the way. Where do I want to put this? Why do I have 2 of these? I still can't figure it out, and I don't know why I'm just finding that out now. Starsky and Hutch, very funny. See, I just feel like I was so upset at that ending, like I'm gonna punish this movie by putting it at 3rd. Maybe. Even though I love every bit about it. I mean, it's a hard movie to watch. It's kind of, ooh, yikes. But, oh man, what am I gonna do here? Look at the warm colors we have here, with the reds, yellows, and oranges happening. That's kind of cool. You think I curated that? Okay, I don't know. I don't feel confident in this ranking, but I think I'm going to go The Searchers because of its classic status, and then Starsky and Hutch because it's funny. But I also feel like I don't watch it enough for it to be number 1. And then Don't Breathe is last, only because I don't like the ending, the very, very end, when they're like, he's alive. Or they don't say it like that. They're like, and the man who lived in the home is still alive. He survived his wounds. Because it's like the news telling you. So yeah, I think this is my ranking. I'm going to go The Searchers, Starsky and Hutch, and then Don't Breathe. And I don't feel confident in that at all. Do you have a confident ranking? If so, I'd love to know in the comments below. Help me out here, because I don't know what I should be doing. So, yeah. Jump into those comments. Let me know what you think of these movies and rank them if you'd wish. Otherwise, perhaps I'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.